Hi, everybody.
Aloha, everybody.
I'm here with Captain Howie. My name's Jody.
And I'm Captain Howie. If you couldn't figure that out by now, then what can I say?
How are you, Captain Howie?
Jody, I don't think there's any room for improvement. I'm with my favorite
Aww.
Jody, and we're here in Hawaii, so
Thanks. It's a
what's
beautiful
there
day.
to improve?
Not much. But we do have some questions. People want to know about getting a marriage license in Hawaii, and I hear you're an expert.
Jody, it's a piece of cake. You don't have to be an expert to go over this. It's really easy, and it's fun.
Okay, well then let's answer some questions.
Okay?
All right.
Let's do it.
Maybe we should just kind of break it down into the different parts. Your application, you got your marriage license, you got your marriage certificate. What is it? What does it all mean?
Making it sound complicated already. It's easy. There's three things you need.
Okay.
You need first to fill out an application, and that you can do right on the state site.
Mm-hmm.
You go to our website, hawaiiweddings.com. We've got a link, real easy, homepage. Click on that little button that says Hawaii Marriage License Information. You're right on the state site. Within 10 minutes, you'll have it all filled out, all easy questions.
Uh-huh.
One hitch, $65. So have your credit card ready.
Okay.
And by the way, folks, that's way lower than the average cost in the United States.
Cool.
So $65, 10 minutes of time, application is done.
Got it. Then what?
Next thing, when they go to the state site, one thing they're going to need to know is who's going to marry them. There's going to be a drop-down menu.
Right.
So when you're doing the application, just click drop-down menu. You're going to see, unfortunately, you're not going to see Captain Howie on there. Somehow the state has this crazy idea that I'm Howard Wellfeld.
Okay.
W-E-L-F-E-L-D.
So that's who to look for.
You look
if
for
they're
Howard
lucky
Wellfeld.
to be getting
Other than
married
that,
by
don't
you.
use that name. But if I'm doing your marriage, that's where you want to go.
Okay. So they fill that out, and then what's the next step?
When you come to the state of Hawaii, you're going to go downtown to the Department of Health. They're centrally located, right 10 minutes from Waikiki. It's a small island, no matter where you are, it's not far. 1250 Punchbowl Street. And you walk in there with photo ID, so driver's license or passport, easy. And within 15, 20 minutes, you're out of there.
Okay.
And
Bam.
they will issue your official license to be married.
Right.
So you got the application that was
Yeah.
done online. They're going to give the official paper, a license to be married, and
Yep.
you're going to bring that on your wedding day. Bring it to us.
Right. And then we say, I do, and then what happens?
Well, okay, after the marriage has been performed, we make sure you actually did it, because we
Yeah.
have had people bail out at the last minute. Folks, as long as you don't bail,
Yeah.
then that evening we're going to go ahead and file that license with the state of Hawaii, and then the state will send you, within about 3 months, the official certificate that you're married. Long time, but here's the good news. The good news is, because we file electronically, you'll be able to go right to the state site and download a temporary license that you're married, and you can do that giving the state a 24-hour period for their due diligence. So, for example, let's say we marry on Monday. So we marry Monday evening, we file that paper, give the state Tuesday to do what they need to do. Wednesday, first thing, go right to the state site. Again, link on our website, hawaiiweddings.com, marriage license information, and you'll be able to download that temporary license, which is good anywhere in the world.
I just print it out?
Print it out, you're good to go.
Print it out. That's awesome.
Doesn't cost anything additional. You've got it.
Okay, well, can I ask you a few more questions about the whole process? I mean, that seems really easy, but okay, so I go to Punchbowl Street. When are they open?
They're open Monday through Friday, or any regular work day. So state holidays, federal holidays are closed. Monday through Friday, 8 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. But folks, don't show up at 4 o'clock
Not cool.
and expect it's going to
Not
happen.
cool.
Not cool.
Not good.
Not cool.
Okay.
You got to get there. I would recommend at least an hour ahead.
All right. Another question. What do I need to bring with me when I go to the Department of Health?
Okay, first of all, you need to bring your spouse.
That's right.
It
You both
can't-
need to go.
It can't be just one of you.
Okay.
So you got to go in there as
Yeah.
a team. So don't fight. Go in there, have fun. You both need photo IDs. So
Okay.
that could be either a passport or a driver's license. Easy, piece of cake.
Okay. What if I didn't fill out the application online ahead of time?
If you didn't do it ahead of time, the good news is you can do it there. It just takes a little bit more time.
And is the fee then I got to bring the $65?
You still have to pay
Yeah.
the $65. You could do it right there.
Okay. This is a question I get a lot. Do I need to be in Hawaii for a required amount of time before I can
There's
get married?
no waiting period, and that's some of that bad information that's out
Yeah.
there. If you show up and get that license, we've had cases where we've married people right on the steps. There's been a lot. We have a big military population here,
We
and
do.
sometimes our boys they get deployed last minute,
Yep.
and we'll meet them down there, marry them right on the steps, and send them off. And you gotta love them.
Yep. Yep.
God bless. They're out there protecting our country.
What about witnesses? I get that question a lot too. Does the state require witnesses?
They used to. Thankfully, not anymore. Because I can tell you, we've married people on the beaches and didn't have witnesses back then. We flagged down joggers. One time we were off on an offshore island. I took people out to this beautiful, you'd swear you're on National Geographic magazine, and I was hoping there'd be some fishermen out there, and there weren't. And we had to wait like half a day for some little fishing boat to come out, and then
Too private.
too private. But boy, was it fun. The fishermen were real surprised. We were so nice helping them dock their boat, bring it in, and invited them to the wedding.
Here's a question I get at the office sometimes. They already legally married at home, but now they're going to have the wedding. Do they need to get a license?
No, they're already married. You already have a license.
Right.
You've
They already
been
got married at home.
So the good news is that you don't need anything, but still, we're going to issue you a really beautiful certificate that you were married in Hawaii. And also, if it's a vow renewal, same thing applies. Don't need to bring any documentation, but we're going to issue, again, a beautiful certificate, married in Hawaii, or renewed your vows in Hawaii.
Captain Howie, what if a couple was previously married? What if this isn't their first marriage?
As long as the previous marriage has been either annulled or officially dissolved prior to 30 days, you don't need anything.
30
They're
days.
going to ask you to raise your
That's
right
fine.
hand and swear
Right.
that this, that, and the other. So, but if it's within 30 days, you're going to need documentation.
A question about the marriage license. Does it expire?
The marriage license expires within 30 days. So if you file online and you've got that application, or
Yeah.
you've come to Hawaii and they've given you the official license to be married, that's only good for 30 days. You have to get married within 30 days. Once you've married, then the official certificate that the state's going to give you, that's good till death do you part.
Right. That's the long time.
Never expires.
What if I'm coming to Hawaii and my travel plans just don't allow me to get to the Department of Health during their office hours? And
You still want to get married.
yeah,
We can do it.
yeah.
Well, we can do it and we can't do it.
Okay.
We can do it in the eyes of God or in the eyes of nature, whatever that means to you. We can still do it. But if it's going to be recognized by the government, then we still need to send you down to the Department of Health afterwards. You can go down there, get that license, and then come on back. And then we'll set you down. Bill, do you accept Mary? Mary, do you accept Bill? And as long as you give it the thumbs
Yeah.
up, then it's a done deal.
That happens. All right. So then, okay, so
Happens a lot, actually.
it does. It does. But sometimes people want to arrange, they know they're not going to make it to the Department of Health. Is there anything they can do?
Yeah, if we
Ahead
know
of
ahead of
time.
time, the
Right.
captain's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve,
Okay.
no problem. We have a lot of friends that are agents of the state,
Mm-hmm.
so we can arrange that off hours that they can come to your hotel or meet
Right.
you somewhere down in Waikiki.
That's kind of a
And,
unique Hawaii experience.
But yeah,
too.
we try not to pull that
Happens.
card unless we have to,
Yeah,
but
that's
it's not
true.
unusual.
It's easier to go to the Department of Health for sure. So on the day of my wedding, what do I need to bring with me?
You need to bring the official license that the state gave you. And if you forgot to bring it, don't go
Yeah.
back and get it. You can mail it to us. But ultimately, we need to take possession.
Right. Okay. And then, so how long does it take to receive proof that I'm married?
Okay, the official certificate that the state's going to issue, that takes about 3 or 4 months. But the good news is that as long as we give the state a 24-hour period to do their due diligence, you'll be able to go right to the state site, and which you can get to from our site, again, on our homepage, hawaiiweddings.com. Just click on that little button that says Hawaii Marriage License Information. You can download a temporary license that you're married as long as we give them the 24-hour period. So, for example, let's say we marry you on Monday, then we give them Tuesday, Wednesday, you go right to the site and you'll be able to download that temporary license. You can change your driver's license, social security card. At the bank, you got a new name. If you change your
That's
name, which
awesome.
most people
2
do.
days later, print,
Right.
done.
Done deal.
Cool. And is that going to be recognized in my home state?
Anywhere in the civilized world.
Everywhere. All right. So here's some general questions that are just kind of fun.
I like
You ready
fun.
for some fun? Well, we went through the whole process. Now we need some fun. Okay. So how
Not
old?
too much fun or I get in trouble.
How old do you have to be to get married in Hawaii? Or how young can you be?
Okay. So far as old,
Yeah.
as long as you're still kicking.
You can
If
call
you're
us
above
up.
ground, we can still marry you. And actually, we've had some really sweet marriages where we've married people in their 90s. Really, really sweet. Yeah. Actually, we've married people that have met in the nursing homes. Really, really sweet couples. In fact, we've actually had to go to the nursing homes to do ceremonies. Really sweet.
How young can you be?
Well, in Hawaii, let's start with this. If you're 19 or older, it's just a piece of cake.
Right.
But you can actually marry as young as 15, but there's extra documentation required.
Nice.
So if you're 15, then you'll need consent letters from both the mother and the father, as well as the family court judge. If you're 16 or 17, you're going to need just the documentation from family court judge or letters from both of your parents, one or the other.
Too.
But 19 or older,
Yeah.
you're good to go.
What if I'm not a U.S. citizen? Can I still get married in Hawaii?
Absolutely. We married people from places I just couldn't find them on a map, places I've never heard of. But I think by now we've probably married people from pretty much every country in the world after 36 years. You know, what's really cool is now, as I'm sure most people have found us on the internet, the world's gotten real small in the sense that people are able to find us so easily. You just go on Google and you look for Hawaii weddings or wedding in Hawaii or Hawaiian wedding, and up pops Captain Howie and Jody.
Yep, and we can Skype.
And we can Skype, we can
look
do
at
it
each
all.
other.
We're all tied
Yeah.
together, so this is really fun.
Here's another question. It's kind of complicated. I wouldn't put it in the fun category, but can I marry someone of the same sex?
That's fun.
It's
Why
fun.
can't it be in the fun category?
Because it's a little complicated right now. So many things are changing.
Well, it got really easy. In Hawaii, they now recognize civil union marriages, thankfully. And it was a long time coming, but so as long as your officiant is licensed by the state of Hawaii, then people of the same sex, they can have that civil union marriage.
Are you licensed?
What do you think?
Drop down box.
Absolutely,
Gotcha.
You just go to that drop-down box for civil unions, and you'll find Captain Howard
Very cool.
as Howard Wellfeld.
All right.
Alias.
Last question. You ready for the last question?
Okay, last question.
How close of a relation can you marry? Can I marry
In
blood
Hawaii,
related?
which may surprise many of you, you can marry first cousins. And if you have a strange reaction to that, you'll be interested to know, folks, that in the Western world, the United States is the only place that has restrictions on marrying first cousins. So like if you go in Europe, every country in Europe, Canada, Mexico, there are no restrictions. And in the United States, over half of our states allow first cousins to marry. And you'll be interested to know that some very prominent personalities like Albert Einstein, who's a pretty sharp guy, he married his first cousin. And in the scientific world, Charles Darwin married his first cousin. And he had beautiful children.
That's all my questions.
That's it?
That's all I have, but I'm sure, thank you so much.
Well, what if there's more questions?
If there's more questions, you can just call us. You can call us at our office here.
What's the best way to reach us, Jode?
Area code 808
259
5900
808
259.
5900.
Thanks.
Folks, thank you so much. So we'd love to hear from you. Give us a call. Aloha.